What you are about to see.
Oh. Sleepy warrior, what are you doing here?
Is a nurse receiving the vaccine live on camera, and then shortly after giving a press release, and then you will then see her faint in front of the cameras live, and she dies 8 to 10 hours later.
Oh, a nurse got the vaccine and died 8 to 10 hours later. And that was on Tuesday, was it? It seems like the sort of thing that would be in the newspaper. Surely you didn't interrupt my nap for this.
She's 42, she's Caucasian, white, no previous major health issues, not fat, not this, not that, not the other. You're about to witness the death of somebody by vaccine.
Alright, go on.
So what I've done is I've slowed the clip down so we can see what's going on. First guy gets the injection, there's a round of applause in the background, he looks down the line to see if everybody else is getting their injection, and now we see the second lady also getting her injection. These are all nurses in a hospital environment. She's about, I think she's just had it, she's getting the plaster put on it, so she's had her injection. And now this is where you want to pay your attention. Look at this third lady. This is the lady in question. She's 42, no previous health conditions, and she's just about to or just had the injection along with her colleagues, because they're all doing the fist pump thing. You know, 3 stripes, 3 stripes. Here she is. This is the lady in question. 42 years old, healthy. She's just had the injection. Look at her eyes.
This is an unlawful killing. The nurse needs to be charged with manslaughter. Right. Just want to remind you, Sleepy Warrior, that apparently you studied some branch of law. I remember. So you're obviously aware with how important honesty and accurate sources are. Yes?
She's getting the what you call it on, the plaster. Watch your eyes now, because this is just going to tell you everything that you need to know, really. So she's getting the plaster put on her. So she's just had the injection, right? You don't see it on camera, but she's just had it, and this gent is also having it. So of the 4 patients that we see, 3 of them have been live injected on camera, and although we don't see the other lady, what we do see is the immediate aftermath as she walks away, which you're about to see now.
God, this is exciting stuff. I'm glad I'm awake.
We can assume and accept that it's reasonable to think that she did get injected. Now, watch her facial reaction as she walks away. This guy's just been injected. He's thinking, right, that's over with, happy days.
For God's sake, come on!
Now the camera now pans back to the third lady, and that's the focus of our attention. So he's getting his sticker on too, his plaster.
God, he really knows how to ramp up the excitement.
Now look at the lady walking. She's going to come into picture right now. She's coming into the picture from the left.
Here she comes. She's coming in from the left.
Look at her facial expression.
Look at her facial expression.
Look at her eyes, and you tell me, is that woman feeling happy or not? Look at her eyes. Now, that to me is fear. Maybe not, but it certainly doesn't look like she's happy. Look at her. That is trauma.
Okay, mustn't laugh. This is serious. She's definitely dead.
That is not happiness, right? Here she is interviewing shortly after.
Right, okay. This is the woman getting interviewed shortly after.
United together. It's, between the physicians, my nurses, respiratory, we've all worked to try to give the best care possible. And it's, it's been a challenge, but we have rose to the occasion. And I'm thankful for this team.
When you woke up this morning, did you know you were going to be receiving the vaccine?
I did, yes. Okay. So, all of my staff, we are excited to get the vaccine. We are in the COVID unit, so therefore, my team will be getting first chances to get the vaccine. And I know that it's really, I'm sorry, I'm feeling really dizzy.
Oh shit! It's Sleepy Warrior telling the truth. I'm glad I'm awake now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, she's feeling faint. Let me guess, gravity pulled her down. It was not the vaccine. Question mark. Neither of those are actually questions, but you know. Cool annotations, bro. At this point, I want us to remember that according to Sleepy Warrior, she's dead within 8 to 10 hours.
Obviously, that was not part of the script.
No, obviously it wasn't.
It's very easy for me to sensationalise this.
Yes, apparently it is.
But the fact remains that she took the injection. Short time later, she fainted. A few hours later, she died.
Okay, let's just sort of try to work out what the word fact means. The word fact means something that's true, and this is the point at which I'm gonna butt in, because the fact is, she didn't die. Sleepy Warrior, or Sleepy Warrior, or fucking idiot, whatever your fucking stupid bloody name is. The bit you're not going to show is the bit when she gets up again and explains that she has a habit of fainting whenever she has injections or feels any sort of pain. She's just like that. I used to work in a GP surgery, and flu season would come around, and the number of people who would have a flu jab, be sitting there all nice and happy, they'd have their flu jab and then they faint. It's very common, bizarrely enough. Which is also why when you give vaccines, they're supposed to be, normally it isn't, but there's supposed to be sort of a 10 to 15 minute period where you keep them around, make sure they're okay, because people faint after they have vaccines, because people don't like being jabbed with a needle. Having a vaccine has a habit of making people feel quite powerless, and if someone's got anxiety about almost anything, having a vaccine can cause that sort of reaction. It's just something that happens. Anyway, let's go on.
Now, 42 she is, Caucasian female. She dies 8 to 10 hours after the vaccine.
She's not dead, Sleepy.
Now, let's think about this scientifically.
Oh God, he's going to do science now.
Observed phenomena, healthy 42-year-old female.
Yeah, observed phenomena, healthy 42-year-old female. Check.
Hypothesis. If this injection is safe, she could be injected and she will not suffer any adverse reactions. If this vaccine is not safe, she will suffer the injection and suffer adverse reactions. That would be the opposite.
Seems legit, although you've done a hypothesis, you know, well, I don't care. This nurse did kill her colleague unlawfully. Was it reckless? Is this injection really safe? This nurse didn't kill her colleague. Her colleague is not dead. You fucking idiot.
Now, independent variable would be the injection itself. The dependent variable would be what would the effect be. In this case, death. Do you need to be a fucking scientist to work out that the cause of this lady's death is clearly the injection?
What? Apparently, yeah. Because the cause of her death is as of yet unknown, because she's very much not dead.
Whatever went on in that woman's body obviously caused it.
It didn't cause anything. She's not dead.
8 to 10 hours after taking the injection, she was dead.
No, she wasn't dead 8 to 10 hours after taking the injection. She'll be dead sort of 30 to 40 years after taking the injection.
Are anti-vaxxers really as crazy as people are labelling them?
You certainly fucking are.
Well, there's your evidence that suggests perhaps not. And by way of footnote, I know people in the medical industry, and I know that they have refused to take the injection, and I know that they are about to walk out of their jobs.
That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, because especially that this is a nurse and 42, no previous health conditions, she's not overweight, she's not this, she's not that. How many medical people are going to take this vaccine?
I'm just not going to listen anymore, because the sort of crap you're spreading isn't just misinformed, it's dangerous and stupid and idiotic. But unfortunately, not surprising. You should Google this nurse. You won't be able to find any record that she's dead at all, because she's not. The only thing you'll find is article after article explaining that she isn't dead at all. There's no record of her dying whatsoever, except some anonymous Facebook posts who claim that she's an aunt or a sister or a friend, but they're all anonymous. They're not actually done by family members of this person, and when they're approached for comment, they refuse to provide any evidence. This is the literal making up of bullshit. And Anthony Riley, who apparently trained in law, doesn't seem to understand what the difference between true and bullshit is. So, fuck you, I'm going back to sleep. Kiss my ass. Ah.